Hey guys, welcome back to Outdoorman. Thanks for tuning in. My name's Brad, your host. Today we're going to be doing an oil change on this 2021 Subaru Forester. It's out of warranty, so there's no point in taking it to the dealership. They're charging $190 per hour. So we're going to knock this out in under that because I don't even have an hour until the wife goes to work. So let me show you what we got here, and then we'll get under the hood. We got our basic oil collector. I made this little oil catching thing. You'll see why underneath. Never used it, but I'm expecting we'll need it. Couple drip trays, flashlight, some gloves, optional magnet tray to get the filter off, new filter to put on, that's the part number, crush washer for at the oil drain pan plug, 14 mil from what I hear, and that's what we're using today to fill it up. So I already got the latch popped under this hood here. Let's see what we got. A little dirty from the last road trip. Time to clean up under here. Looks like there's our filter. There's our engine top up oil. There's our dipstick. I'm just going to loosen this off. I will be cleaning it off. I'm just going to loosen it so for some airflow. Take this off for some. Oh, you know what? Let's get this off first. Oh, my wrench is too big. I'll have to find another one. This way on, this way off. Going the wrong way. There we go. We got movement. Put that away. Say I don't know what we're in for. Every time we go to the dealership, or we get the car back from the dealership, it always smells like oil when my wife drives around after. So I'm assuming something leaks. Or they make a big mess somewhere. That actually wasn't too bad. So there's our old one. At least we can see what's going on here. So we'll clean up some of this junk. As much of this old stuff as we can. Use lint-free rag or cloth. Little bits. Don't wipe anything into it. Squeaky clean. Our new filter. Okay, we put a little bit of oil in it, not too much because it's this upside down thing. Make sure it's around the seal. And then we're just gonna go 1, 2, 3. Put it on there. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're on there. Tighten that up a bit. There's our filter. Just gonna pull this cap so it'll drain faster with more airflow, and we'll get underneath this vehicle. Look inside there. That's not looking too good. Look at all that crud. So we'll clean all this off. It's pretty chunky too. We'll clean all that stuff off before we reinstall this. And we're going down. So we're now under the vehicle right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can almost see the outline of it. There's a panel that goes here. This vehicle's never been anywhere except for the dealership for service. That's your drain plug for your oil. You must remove this panel to get to your drain plug. Who didn't put it back? And I know for a fact I'm not the only one that this has happened to. So I would go ahead and check and give the dealership a call if that's all you go. If that's the only place you go for, call that dealership and say, hey, where's my panel? Some engineer made this to keep all the schmutz out of here. It's there for a reason in their aerodynamic testing. They don't just get to just take parts of your vehicle off and forget about it. Anyway, enough of that. There's your drain plug. So let's drain it. Here's our pan. Here's that little chute thing I made for here, so the oil can fly off onto there and into the pan. So let's see if this works. 14 mil is what I heard. 14 mil seems to be correct. see all this? So we're gonna loosen this up. Make sure I'm loose, yeah. Oh God, those guys have. Tell you guys, if you go to the dealerships, check your vehicles. They hire children, like literal kids out of school, so you get what you pay for. But for $190 an hour, one would expect more. There we go. Looks pretty good. There's that crush washer, goes on there, so we'll just go ahead and get that other one once it strains out. Okay, let's clean this part up. All right, there's the nut. Right here is your crush washer. Here's a new one. If you look closely at it, you'll see one side is flat and one side is kind of rounded. Now, I'm just going off of the old crush washer, assuming they did it right, and it would make sense. You put the flat side against your washer. Flat side here, and then it crushes down the roundy side when you torque it in. So we'll get rid of that one. Flat side towards the washer, bulb side up. Almost done dripping there. Almost. We're getting there. Let her drain for a minute. Put this back on. Okay. I should be done dripping here. Good enough anyway. There's a bit of oil around, so I have to clean that up. I can't even see it from here. I call that good. I felt it crush. Got tight. I actually don't know what the torque spec is. How do we do? Did we clean it up okay? How did our cleanup go? How did we do? Oh, not bad. Not bad. Okay, let's go fill it up. All right, we're all tightened up down below. Now we're up above, where you cleaned out that cap. Cleaned off our dipstick. Now we're gonna try to not make a huge mess in here. I think it said 4.4 quarts, so probably about halfway there. We need a new funnel. Should get us close. You probably all know, but there's actually numbers on the side of the bottle. So if you do a little math, judging from what it comes with to what you're using, you can usually get it pretty close. Give it a dip. Survey says we're everywhere. Oh no, hold on here. Dip her in. See, we're all right. You can see the marks at all. There's the low mark, there's the high mark. We're right about there. Low, high, we're good. So we'll put our dipstick fully in for now. Let's yank our funnel. Put our nice clean cap on. Double check on your clean. A lot of, because this cap is tall, you get a lot of condensation coming up. So I'm assuming that's what all this is, but it was pretty chunky in there, which is not good. All right, we're gonna get it off the ramps here, roll it back, fire it up, let it settle, see if we need to do any topping. Do a double check of our fluids after it runs and settles. So let's go ahead and get this off the ramps. Done, tightened, we already checked underneath. Make sure your dipstick's in there. You do that and you got enough oil, you're good. All right, almost test run time. Do a double check. See if we have to top anything up here. Can you tell? Can't really tell, can you? It's right in the middle. Right in the middle. Right there. There's our high, there's our low, spot on. Excellent. One spot leads to more. Wipe it all up. All right, guys, that's it. Quick and easy oil change. Save yourself $190 an hour at the service outlet. That's crazy. I want to say this was about $40 Canadian. Just call it $50 Canadian. And the filter was under 20. So for under $70, we got ourselves a DIY synthetic oil change with OEM filter. So I'm satisfied with that. Thanks for watching. Have some fun. Get out there. Go do something. Have a great day. Thanks so much.